Today we're gonna look at a very cool, at least I think it's really cool, integration of Japanese Jiu-Jitsu with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or grappling, and using a break, an arm break, we call Ude Gatame, and how to use it as a break for self-defense purposes or street fight or survival purposes, but then also how to use a breaking principle as a control principle for regular grappling or sport grappling. So fun series using the Ude Gatame, it's a straight arm lock, and we're gonna explore it for a takedown. We'll explore first how to break it, then explore for takedowns, and then actually finishing on the ground, and some cool little flows that you guys can develop using the Ude Gatame or Japanese Jiu-Jitsu techniques integrated with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques. So let's have some fun. All right, first let's look at the actual position. I gotta use your arm. All right, and we are attacking the elbow joint, and we're gonna use our neck and our arm to control it. Okay, actually let me show you how to set up. Can you just give me a neutral stance right now? We'll go from a grappling entrance to get to position, and this is, we're attacking his rear hand with our lead hand, and we're thinking about going sliding over, and I'm looking for a connection with like the ridge of my pinky finger and bend of his elbow. My other hand is gonna be looking for a connection around his shoulder. So once we kind of pummel in, we're removing our feet, controlling this trap, stepping forward with our opposite leg. And you see as I'm doing that, I'm raising Leon's elbow into my elbow, okay? And then I'm gonna step forward with my left leg and use it to raise it up to my shoulder. When I raise it up to my shoulder, I'm gonna add a little spin and kick Bruce's ball for perfect, that's how much of a ninja I am. I can set up a break and kick the ball at the same time to a dog. Can you guys do that? A little weird, all right? So, right now I've exposed Leon's elbow. If I was a complete asshole, break. So when you think about it, when I'm getting here, expose it, boom, snap it in, and snap, okay? In fact, Shion Ross-Saint-Hilaire, one of my strongest mentors in Jiu-Jitsu, actually snapped my elbow doing this. It was a gun defense, pretending you have a gun to my back. It was whoop, whoop, bam, and snap. And fuck. It's about 3 months out. I remember that pain vividly. I'm very upset at him. I'm sorry, Shion, if you're watching this for getting pissed at you, but I think you can understand. So a very, very powerful technique. So when I'm talking about this right now, I am thinking about it as a breaking principle, but let's break it down. Let's break it down into some grappling. When I get here, if I add speed, and sometimes this word I like violence, that thing is going, right? If I add control or slow, well, all I did is really lower his head. And this is, the thing about a front headlock is a great position, or a fun little flow we'll do first. I stuff the head, walk around, back up, Leon falls, I sit, and now I have a nice, beautiful Ude Gatame, or an armbar. Guys, Leon really wants you to like and subscribe to all our videos. It really scares the shit out of me. So please, for Leon's sake and my safety, like and subscribe, thank you. So what I like about the initial setup for this from a grappling perspective, let's say I'm just doing like a head snap. Kind of achieve the same result when I get his head lower, I can connect something. Or maybe I'm doing like an Uchimata, boom. I can connect to get his head. So same type of thing here, we're pummeling for grappling, I connect, boom. I get that up, and this frame is important. If I lose this frame, what happens? Oh shit, now I have my back. So I have to keep this. Now, if I'm thinking breaking principles, I'm up higher in the elbow. If I'm thinking control principles, I'm cheating towards the shoulder. But you see how high this elbow is behind his back? If I start dropping that elbow down, he can start, mirror lock me? Yeah, he has a mirror lock. So I have to keep the elbow high. And I'm bringing him down, but there's always a point of no return where I can't bring him down any farther. So that's when we start cheating. So we cheat with a step, boom. I continue walking backwards, and see, I spin you a little bit. Guys, general principle with armbar, right? My leg was already trapped over his head, so I sit down, pass it over, and finish. Key detail on the elbow, I talked about this before. I think about my forearm acts as a blade, and it notches, sorry, but I know you just pulled that back up. We're staying there, okay? Think about the divot in his elbow. Right now his elbow's low, so we have to like roll it, and change the angle a little bit. When I roll it, I'm looking at, I kind of catch my forearm and like the bend of my elbow, almost in a notch of his. And then by having this like waving effect, it clicks it on, okay? Now, if I could have a little shallower grip, I can use like this portion of my forearm to notch in there, make my gable grip, snap. Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Or I come a little deeper, where now my elbow matches his elbow, and the same type of thing, snap. Now when we want to get that control position, I am coming in deeper to the elbow of control for like the actual takedown. And now I'm in that shoulder. Draw them out a little bit, and you can see my leg is perfect for that armbar. Maybe want to hit the standing armbar, I can do that as well. And finding, boom. So that's a quick break. We look at it again. Actually, come over here, it'll be easier. And I like from the grappling, there's tons of, in Cobra Kai charts and our TRITAC Jiu-Jitsu charts, there are tons of breaks off this, or like weapons applications for knife, gun, stick. Right now, we're sticking pure with grappling. So we're kind of in a hand fighting, and this is a top-down approach. Whoop. Move in, hike it up, snap. Now, I have the grappling in, I'm moving in, hike it up, snap, bring him down, flow, finish. Another reason why I like this initial setup is, can I use it again? Yeah. You're like fucking hanging out by there, like, yeah, I'm talking. Now, let's say I want like a traditional underhook. Well, that's kind of something's harder to get. Like I got to do a lot to get there, move in and control. It's arguably a harder entrance. Now, so they consider this like a shallow underhook because, hands up again, like I'm coming here first. I'm looking for that connection in the elbow bend, and then I use like this. So it's like, now I'm not worried about getting that deep underhook I was over before. I'm just worried about my movement and raising my elbow. Now, hi bud, you're very excited, I know. We're doing Jiu-Jitsu, bruises. Okay, so we're here. So let's say it's a shallower grip. Like I can cup, just control that elbow there, right? And a lot of times they might start bending that arm, right? It's kind of hard to raise it. So all we do is then switch to a Kimura. I will then walk my right foot in, maybe I'm a dickhead, I elbow him, and I transfer over, bam. And it's very important, I do not let him get his body lock. If he gets his body lock, I have a problem, okay? So, when we're here, hit the shallow, foot bends, see this hand snakes in, that keeps it away. Now I have my Kimura grip. And let's use a traditional Sumi Gaeshi. I said it wrong, you'll figure it out, someone yell at me. And when I want to actually use this technique, I have to basically get in line with Leon. So I step my left foot forward, add a little sit, then I kick him over my right leg. Whoop. I let him go. Hi Bruce, I know, very exciting. What are we doing, okay? Now if I want to, you want to get Leon. If I want to finish Leon on the end in the Kimura trap position, if he does nothing, put his hands on the ground, spin all the way over, and finish my Kimura. If he turns into me, go that way, I slide in, and I capture the head again. And armbar. Get him, Bruce, get him. Get that fucking guy. Get that fucking guy. Get Leon, I'm fighting two at once, all right. What are you doing? Bruce, you're stealing the show, man. We're trying to do jiu-jitsu here. Okay, so again, and I apologize, guys. Bruce, it's morning time. He's very feisty in the morning. Since he's a puppy, he's always played on the mat, and this is just, he's very confused why I'm beating up Leon, not him. So here we go again. I hit that shallow grip, boom. Snag from my Kimura control, lock it up, feet close together, sit, turn it in. Now if he does nothing, I roll over the top. And most likely, you take him down in this position. Come here, over here. Go. Go ahead, just turn into him. He turns this way. Now, pause real quick. If you guys see a pocket underneath Leon's like ribs, that's why I slide my knee. Because I'm taller, it's actually allowing me to get almost like my leg over. Maybe if I was getting a little deeper, I could get my hook in, which of course we could. But I tried, like, once they're here, I try to snag the head. You snag the head, think about hooking now. And I steer him, bring my knees together, now pass over and chop, and finish. Guys, there's a huge, huge series on the Kimura trap. I think I mentioned him before, David Avalon. Probably considered the Kimura master of jiu-jitsu. 80cc guy, teaches out of Extreme Couture in Vegas. I had an opportunity to roll with him. It was fucking awesome. I think I showed the video of it. It was just cool because I was rolling the Kimura master. I'm attacking the Kimuras on him. He's attacking Kimuras on me. And great roll because he's been around forever. He knows how to flow, knows how to train. Now, when I went with Jake Shields, that dude tried to whoop my fucking ass, which was also an awesome roll. But training with Dave was actually quite a pleasure because I've been following him for a while. So Dave Avalon, if you're watching this, you're a fucking man, dude. Appreciate you. Okay, I didn't think I was gonna do this because somebody's gonna give me shit about gun defense out there and why this wouldn't work. And honestly, I don't give a fuck, excuse my language, but it's the truth. This comes directly from a Cobra Kai charts, and this is how Shion Russ broke my elbow. And so let's kind of show what the application is and why it would work or not work depending on it. I guarantee once I start spinning, someone's gonna say, he's just gonna shoot you and die. Well, you're right, and here's argument against this. I'm gonna actually use something that Shion said to me once. When you're faced with a life or death situation, whether gun, knife, multiple attackers, you as a man or woman have to make a decision. Are you gonna fight for your life, or are you gonna put yourself at the mercy of the person who has a gun to your back? And it's a very important question, and I'll be honest, I never actually had to deal with a gun to my back, and God forbid I never have to. But I think it's an important thing, like you're gonna have to, as a martial artist, as a man, as a fighter, as whatever you are, you need to kind of have to make a decision sometime to like step it up. It's not a coin flip, but I'd rather fight for my life than put my life in this guy's hands. You know what I mean? Okay. So the idea of this one is that we are dealing with a gun threat to our back, either get in a car, go somewhere, etc. And just as always, we're trying to get a body offline. And the timing is I'm trying to get my body offline before it shoots. So we just play, oh my God, please, please, please. But I'm also like flaring my lat and I'm trying to like turn in a little bit and see. Now, all we're gonna try to do, this is where you get shot. Who's the quicker on the finger, him or me? And moving, obviously my voice and my words and what I'm doing, how I'm acting might give him confidence or false confidence, but I am now gonna be the flow. We're gonna go slow at first. We would step in, boom. That was gonna clear the arm to the outside. Now my hand's gonna trail in, just like we did before. Boom, there's our initial connection. Now I have a beautiful knee lying in wait. Bam. As I come down that knee, we hike it up, and then we snap, bam. Now, you probably know as well as if he fires that trigger right in my ear, I've probably blown my eardrum, have no equilibrium left, but I snapped his elbow. So it's a, how do I say, it's a win-lose, lose-win type of situation. But again, the thought process is you're fighting for your life and do something. My instinct is jiu-jitsu, so that's what I do, right? You guys might do something else for gun defense, whatever. This is how we start some concepts for application for weapons defense. Now, when you're drilling it, obviously you have to add some realism, play a little bit, but for technique-wise, let's look at it again. We're here, hands are up, I'm stepping through, boom, and done. It's supposed to be quick, aggressive, that you basically just travel in. And that's what happened with Shion and I. We were in the middle, we were having fun. I'm pressuring him, giving a hard time with that gun, get in the fucking car, whatever it was, and he's feeling it, and he just went, and by my elbow. So I'm not gonna do that to you, but it's a very strong technique. So again, hands here, boom, snap. That's it, okay? Now maybe I want to control him down and start looking for that weapon. We can do that too, but man, that's a fucking gun in my back. He's threatening to kill me. I'm going on destruction mode, I'm not playing nice. A bit of feeling this series actually comes from a bit of wrestling too. Let me show you what we call power half in wrestling. Is you'd have this underhook and this frame on the head, all right? And we have a takedown called head push takedown. We actually just did it. But it comes from this position, right? And go on knees and turtle. And this is, spin, face me, okay. This is something that I use a lot when I'm grappling. If I sprawl or get someone in the front head and I have like this tight position, I'm gonna stay off my feet right now, I'm gonna stay on my knees, but I'm gonna be over here and what I'm gonna do is my hand is already behind his armpit. You can see it snaking in. But first I'm gonna stop the head badly on. Then I grab my own wrist. Now it's interesting. If I walk my feet around to his head, he can't help but turn. I'll go slow on my knees, He starts turning. He drops that shoulder. Now, they might be strong, so what I do in a pure grappling situation, I switch my hip down into that shoulder. Now I've sat his shoulder. All my weight and energy is right here. It's impossible for him to get up. Now, easy turn in for side control. So, a kind of a cool concept, a cool technique, let's go turtle again, that has that similar feel because we're stuffing and then having that kind of similar grip. I made, when we came over, we were here. That's a little harder to get, but we're on this under position. I can essentially walk my feet, sit that shoulder, and slide in. What? So we have it. I'm in that sprawl, stuffing. Boom. I normally be on my feet, but I'm trying to like put less pressure on Leon right now and also save my neck a little bit. So we would walk, boom, 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 as that shoulder dips. Right now, I think about dropping my left hip and my left shoulder into his pocket. Boom. That settles him. Now I have a clear pathway for my side control. So, little bonus, it kind of fits. Can you stand back up? It's a different entry, right? But it fits this feeling of this head push takedown where I can really turn someone's shoulder over very, very easily. And all I have to do is have a shallow underhook and a head stuff. So very, very cool technique that works on the ground, handstanding. I'm gonna try balancing you, Leon. I know, I put a lot of pressure.